If you had internet or TV or even probably lived under a rock, you knew that SpaceX caught a rocket. So on October 13th, SpaceX made history when it was able to catch a stage one booster known as Super Heavy from a 400-foot Starship launch, which is insane. Um, this is a true engineering feat. Seeing the booster return to the launch site and then being like catched by a metal arm, like, we can, like, argue Elon Musk and, like,
Yeah,
how
we're
he
gonna talk about
sucks
that in a
and
sec.
but that is, like, truly impressive. And yes, like, if we are looking closer into, the night sky one day, we might wake up and realize, like, "Wait a second, that's no moon," and that's just before, like, Elon Musk blows us all up.
Yes.
But it was truly amazing, because this is like we are seeing kind of this advancement of like space travel. I mean, we're seeing more advancement
Which
now than NASA has in like 30 years.
which
Let's
is
be real.
which is what's frustrating. There are two things about this story that are frustrating to me, right? One, that it took this to get our bug for space travel back, right? And
Yeah.
and the thing is, like, I got excited when Richard Branson started Virgin Galactic, and it's like, you're a billionaire, start a space program. Bezos has Blue Origin, and Elon's got SpaceX. Um, and so to a degree, I'm like, this is great because, yeah, I mean, these are, as you said, a true feat of engineering to catch
Yeah.
that rocket. I saw the video like mid-flight and like, okay, we're good, and he'd landed rockets before. Um, Somebody in the chat saying the engineers, we caught a rocket, Elon, and I helped. Okay, which, for those of you who are not old, is a reference to the
Oh,
old
that's
shake and bake commercial, right? Look at the fried chicken, and I helped. The little 4-year-old girl. Um,
oh god.
which again brings us kind of around to that topic of Elon, right? Is that
Mhm.
between Tesla and SpaceX, like 5 years ago, Elon was like revered by a lot of people because he was
Yeah.
pushing forward in a lot of areas that people weren't pushing forward in, like really pushing into the electric car market, really trying to break the stranglehold that the dealerships had, and the way that the dealership structure worked by direct selling and not having dealers, right?
Yeah.
Which I think is a good thing, and really making electric cars mainstream. SpaceX going, hey, look, like, we've got to invest money and time into this, and I'm willing to do that. And I'm a big proponent for space travel. I think it's a good thing. I think from a resource standpoint, the asteroid belts are out there. Like, there's so much
Mm.
in a resource limited planet that we live
Oh
on.
god.
Being able to leave to go get shit for
Yeah.
resources is a good thing.
It's so that I'm gonna interject real quick. So that
Go.
is a good thing. I do agree with you, but I have read studies where that could be super dangerous because you could mine an asteroid, um, and if it has, for instance, if it's rich in diamonds or whatever, it could crash the world market. Like, I
That's
don't know if our like market's ready for us to mine asteroids, but other than that, super cool. Like,
yeah.
let's go, let's
I,
do it,
and
100%.
and then Elon lost his mind.
He didn't lose his mind. Okay, I'm gonna interject again. He did not lose his mind. You have to give him credit when credit is due. He designed the world's ugliest truck and the most useless truck. So he hasn't lost his mind. He's still there.
Um, and literally, I know people who are putting bumper stickers on their Tesla saying, "I bought this before Elon went nuts," right? People who are looking
Hey,
at these accomplishments of these great engineers at SpaceX and going, "He's tainted the whole thing," um,
yeah.
which I really think sucks. Like, it sucks. Somebody in the chat said Elon is dollar store Edison, just as good as taking credit for other people's work with way less of his
Mm,
own to contribute. They're not wrong. He's not an engineer. This is not his thing. Um,
yeah.
Again, it's frustrating because this should be one of those news stories that we're like, yes, this is the greatest, and we're just like, but Elon,
Yeah.
fucking Elon.
I think for me, the moment where I was like, what the fuck
Now, to be
is
clear
going on?
for our audience, you come from an engineering background,
Yes.
right? So you have a deep appreciation of the level of like brain sweat, like pure like
Mhm.
brain sweat of how do we do this? And then not only like how do we do this, but now we've got to make it into a practical thing,
Yeah.
right? You have a deep appreciation for that.
I get chills every time I see SpaceX do something really amazing. Like it gives me physical chills. I Because it's cool. It's so cool. Like, and I don't think you can really appreciate it until you spend like 3 weeks like just trying to make like a very basic robot arm, like not even pick up a block, but like move
Mm-hmm.
to the left, you're like, and then, like, when you finally get it, you're like, "Oh my gosh," like, you know, I fixed it, it makes sense, like, we're doing it, and then you move on to bigger things, so to see, like, us reusing rockets, to see them, like, landing on launch pads or being caught by, like, the launching site or whatever, like, that is, like, really, truly amazing because the amount of engineering, like, the amount of stuff that has to go right or you have to plan ahead and kinda have all of these, like, very smart decisions and, like, your code and everything, like, it's
Plus,
insane.
plus all the things that could go wrong.
Yeah, yeah, I mean, I I don't know, it is really, really cool, and that's where it's kinda sad because, like, I try to, like, I don't know, break apart, like, there's SpaceX,
Creator
and
and
then there's
creation. It's the
yeah,
same
and
thing
then
you
there's
do with
Elon.
art, right?
Yeah,
Like people are like Harry Potter, but J.K. Rowling, right? Like
yeah,
it's the same thing.
yeah,
You know, it's we have this thing that we like. Why do you have to
mhm.
be a shitty person?
Yeah, and I
You
think the
know?
moment for me when I was like, "What is going on with this guy?" I think that was the what was it? The cave? The kid stuck in the
Oh
cave?
yeah. Yeah, we talked about this in the
That
pre-show yesterday.
yeah, that when he, like, got mad because he couldn't make his miniature submarine and save him, and then he called, like, the people that actually went in there and risked their lives to save the children, when he called them all pedophiles, that's
Yeah.
when I was like,
And we're done with you now.
"What? Like, what is going on?"
Yeah. Oh no, for sure. J.K. Rowling is female Elon Musk, except not smart. Thank you, chat. We appreciate that. Um, let us know what you think. Again, it's an amazing feat of engineering. It's really, really cool what they did. Uh, does Elon taint everything that SpaceX does? Let us know what you think down in the comments. You know, leave us some information.